Hello and welcome back to The Broken Doll, and thank you for joining me. Before I start this video, for those of my subscribers that are from Florida, I got prayers going out for you people for that hurricane that's coming in. I hope all are safe and you're doing okay, but I do have prayers going. I've been praying for your state and to keep people safe. I hope you're doing all well down there, and I am thinking of all my Florida subscribers and just people who are not as well. Those hurricanes are awful, and my heart goes out to everybody, and I hope everybody's doing okay. All right, let's go on with the video now. This here is a doll that I purchased at my thrift store called Value Village. Now, about this doll, before I go any further, they had a lot of dolls sitting in a glass case. And I asked the lady I pointed out the ones that really were of interest to me to bring them to the top so I could take a look at them. A lot of them were dirty. They had a lot of issues. One was a Tammy doll that looked like this here. This is a Tammy doll. And we're going to show that to you right here. Let's put this, whoops. We're going to go the other direction. And you're going to see Tammy in a few seconds. You see the top of her head right now. And let's push this up like this. There we go. This is a Tammy doll. Let's zoom in on her. There we go. That's a Tammy doll. There we go. And anyway, she was made in the 1960s by the Ideal Toy Company. Now, there was one that came out, a Canadian version of this same doll. Now, I guess she's quite rare, and when you do find one, she goes for quite the price. Japan also made some of Tammy's clothing that can be worth quite a bit of money. But this Tammy doll was not marked at all. No markings whatsoever. Nothing on the back. So I feel it could have been a knockoff. Now, she had a lot of bad issues. A lot of issues. And the thing is that they wanted $25 for her. $24.99. It just wasn't her. There were several other dolls in the same category. From Midge to a lookalike Ken. Not marked. The Midge was marked, but she had a lot of bad issues. There was a Pepper and her face was faded. A lot of faded faces and limbs and whatnot. And so anyways, they all wanted $25 for them. I couldn't justify putting that money out. So I had to let them go. If they were at a very reasonable, decent price, I might have bought a couple of them. But they weren't. And so I'm not going to be spending that type of money on dolls like that. But this one was sitting on a back shelf. There she is. She's a beautiful... she has a beautiful face. This doll was marked on the back of her neck and it says 14R. 14R belongs to some lower-end toy companies who made wonderful dolls. Just because they're lower-end, not like Ideal and Horseman and, things like that. Or Madame Alexander, Vogue. Because they were lower-end dolls, they made some wonderful good quality dolls back then. And what doll is this one competing with? It's Miss Revlon. When Miss Revlon came out, companies saw the money again and they made knockoff dolls to Miss Revlon. And this is one of them. These were sold sometimes in grocery stores or just corner toy stores. And they were, if mom and dad could not afford maybe to buy a Miss Revlon, it was just too much for their budget, these dolls were bought instead, and they were just as well made as a Miss Revlon. And they could do just what Miss Revlon did, so could these. That's what I'm trying to say. And but this one here was sitting at the back. I only paid $6 for her, $5.99. And she's in her complete dress, nylons, but no shoes. But we can always buy those. And I paid $6. But it's just not that. She also has, let's take a look here. Let's go back a little bit more. She also has her crinoline underneath, and she has her panties underneath just as well. She comes complete in that way. The only thing, like I say, is missing is some shoes, and we'll put getting her hair fixed and some nice little white flowers to match this little bouquet of flowers on her dress. I thought for $5.99, they could have asked maybe a titch more. Now, she does have a problem. She has a faded arm, but that can be fixed. So after that, she can be a very nice doll. These are very popular. I have quite a few of these dolls like this, but not with their original dress. This is exceptional to get her dress, her crinoline, her nylons, and her panties underneath. I mean, the shoes can be always bought. I can get them from Doll Part Supplies. I can get them from other places. There are places to get them. I might even be able to get them off of AliExpress. I'm not sure yet. I haven't looked, but I'm more than sure I can find her a pair of shoes somewhere. I'm not worried about that part of it, but this here, seeing her in that original dress, I was excited. and they could have asked a little bit more for her, but hey, $5.99, I'm taking her and I'm going with her. I will be working on her arm to try to match it up to the other arm on the other side, and she is bleeding out some oil from the body. Is like, her face is sticky, her arms are sticky, so are her legs. So she's going to get a complete clean, and then she's going to be hopefully we can stop that, and then she's going to get like a repaint on her arm here. So I'm excited to get started on her down the road here. I got too many dolls on the go. She's going to have to wait. I got a lot of dolls on the go right now, but it's exciting to see her in such great condition. And I just love her. I think she's beautiful. But anyhow, I thought I'd show her to you. And I'll show you how I do things, how I clean her. I'll do a cleaning video of her coming up here, because she does need to be cleaned right away. I want to stop that leaching of the oils out of her, because those oils need to stay inside. And that's what's making her sticky, is those oils are coming out through the vinyl. And so we need to stop that and just kind of clean her up. And she'll stop with what I'm going to do with her. So, but excited to have her in my collection. And yeah, I'm glad you all joined me and have joined me to see her. And and this here just connects. If I was to bring this up, this here around her neck, I thought it was something that a child just put around her neck. I almost wanted to cut it off. Then I noticed this here, the little bit of shininess. It matches that, and it goes together here. So I'm going to have to sew that together. I'm glad I'm not. If back years ago, I might have just went snip and then went, oh, what have I done? No, I stay back now, and I study the doll now. She even came with her original hairnet. I do have her original hairnet. I took it off because it was really knotted in her hair. But I'm hoping to put it back on her once I get her hair curled and under control again. But she's beautiful. I love her. And I think she's just a gorgeous doll. And a doll that represents the time of Miss Revlon. And yeah, whoops. I hope you enjoyed seeing her.